Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 50th, yes, the 50th episode of the TheCoasterCasters podcast. It's 9:31. I thought by now I would get it at 9:30, but Kingdom Hearts 2.8 came out, and it's actually amazing. And I've been
It's
playing
slowly
it.
draining his life.
It really is. And if you watch my 3-hour podcast,
Live stream.
my 3-hour live stream, you figured out that literally I was mad the entire last hour because I couldn't stream the last hour of it because of a stupid rule done by Square Enix. So thanks, guys.
Here's the thing, though, and I will say that Square Enix is in the right. You got a copy well before it officially came out at the right time.
I did. I got a copy whenever it was legal.
I thought I saw it when you were there around 10. So that's why I was just like...
Yeah, because they released the game to Power Up Rewards members.
Reaffirm that. They just wanted to make sure that everyone else had the opportunity to get the game for the midnight. And then...
There wasn't a midnight.
Okay, then.
There was a Power Up Rewards member release at 9 p.m. and then the 2 a.m. release for consoles, and then the 9 a.m. release the next day on the actual release date.
But yeah, how is it actually?
It is phenomenal. I haven't gotten to dip into Dream Drop Distance really much. I've recorded, I think, one episode of it, and it's okay. Flow motion's kind of messing with me, but oh well. But 0.2, I've already put not 8 hours. I would say about 6 hours into it. It's so fun. 0.2 is worth the $60 alone. I'm not joking. It's a completely new experience. And it's great. And then I watched the Kingdom Hearts Key back cover movie, and that's even amazing in itself. It's really well done.
Okay.
And that's really it. So with that being said, and the man who was kind of interviewing me about Kingdom Hearts, thank you for that. Alex, how's it going?
Hello, and salutations. It's me, Alex, and that's
50 episodes.
Before we go forward, I just actually want to talk about something real quick. Even though I wasn't able to be a part of most of the growth, I'm happy that I was there at the beginning, and now I get to see where it's grown to become a much larger network, and hopefully that can expand in the near future.
Hopefully. And Will should be joining us later on. I don't know where he is, so we'll figure that out. Starting off, I kind of wanted him here for this, but I guess he's not going to show up for this part. Six Flags New England and Six Flags Over Georgia have a wager going on for the Super Bowl. Not like this website has it as the Super Bowl. N is nowhere kind of close to L. Not really. Between the Patriots and the Falcons. If the Patriots win, Six Flags Over Georgia will rename their Sky Screamer as the Patriots Sky Screamer, as well as serve New England clam chowder to their all-season dining pass guests during the park's opening weekend, March 11th through 12th. No one likes New England clam chowder. At least I don't think a lot of people do. The park's president, Dale Ketzel, will have to ride the Sky Screamer with the Patriots flag attached while wearing a Patriots team jersey. If I was that guy, I would literally burn my skin after that. I cannot wear a Patriots jersey. There's no way.
I see people who support the Patriots, even though that there are problems within their team.
Yeah.
Although it's to each their own.
But if the Falcons win, 1 second.
If the Falcons win,
If the Falcons win the Super Bowl, New England will have to rename their skyscraper to Falcons Skyscraper and serve Georgia peach pie to their all-season dining pass guests during their opening weekend, which is April 1st and 2nd. And New England's president, John Winkler, will have to ride the Falcons Skyscraper wearing a Falcons jersey with a Falcons Rise Up flag attached.
mind if I say something?
Go right ahead.
I kind of wish, for all intents and purposes, they went off on a larger note. And if you're wondering what I'm referring to, then might I point you to what happened in the World Series. That they placed bets that they'd have to sing their song, respective state that won, and that they'd have to rename their coaster from the opening weekend. Although I think that's been kind of like the case with most of the Six Flags bettings, if they have that. So, to each their own, although I believe that there should have been more punishments, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Besides that, it's just a bet.
Yeah.
It's not going to harm them forever.
It's not going to do really anything but just give them more publicity.
Which, to be honest, that's not saying I don't diss that, but it's just, there really isn't anything special to it to me.
Yeah. Moving on, there is a new rumor about Six Flags Great America's V2 vertical velocity coaster being removed, and there's nothing really locked in for it, but it might be closed in the later half of 2017 and sent to a smaller Six Flags park, probably I would say St. Louis. It's pretty close, to make room for whatever is in store for 2018. Yeah, so I guess that's not where they're putting the Joker, which is good.
Where I believe they're putting the Joker is in Gotham.
Yeah, I would hope that they would put it in Gotham.
Actually, let me check, because I know it's gonna be next to Batman.
Did someone say Batman?
Joker. Okay. Personally, I don't know why, but there's also another rumor going around as well for Silver Dollar City and their 2018 edition being a mock launch spinner, which was shown in IAPA. Strangely enough, and I know it's a weird thing to say, but what if they get like one of those?
That would be freaking cool, though.
It'd be unique, although I'm not exactly sure how they'd be able to do it, because I'm not sure if there'd be an exclusivity period.
Maybe.
Or if it just be, screw it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's where the old Raging Cajun queue line and the East River Crawler.
Gotcha.
So it's not replacing V2.
Yeah. So moving on from that, trying to get through this because we got a lot of Universal news tonight, because, well, Universal's just like, hey, we're gonna have a very plug-full 50th episode for the CoasterCasters. So if anyone wants to listen to it, go ahead and listen to it. Oh wait, Universal doesn't know I exist. Thumbs up emoji. So Artigan which is a mall that's off-site of iDrive. Like it's kind of off from iDrive, not really. Um, Announced that it would be closing its doors for good on January 26th, which is really sad. It's a really, really cool mall. If you've never been, go. Super, super cool. Um, um,
It's
so it's looking like Bass Pro is going to stay open and the movie theater connected will stay open.
at least for right now.
Yeah, for right now until they probably opening up as a new thing. But as I'm reading here, it says it's not known if they are closing to finalize a pending sale of the property to a new owner or redevelopment plans if those are in the works. Unfortunately, this means popular shops will have to find new homes and announce attractions like NYZ Orlando that have been waiting to see opening will never see the light of day. Um, NYZ Orlando posted on their Facebook that they were surprised of the announcement of already closing and they're looking for alternate locations to build their zombie experience. That's really sad.
Well, here's the thing. No matter what, it's not exactly a good thing because you're losing money being given to individuals that are hardworking and hard deserving of that.
Yeah.
I've been on multiple forums, and somewhat the most surprising thing has been that a lot of people are thinking that Hirschland, the owners of Silver Dollar City and Dollywood, may have some form of interest in the land. And think about the footprint, the location, all that. It would theoretically make sense. And
Yeah, true.
and wouldn't exactly be anything that would be there, depending on what they do.
You can move Lightning Rod down there. That's just a little joke because Lightning Rod closed again. We talked about that like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think so too.
Um,
Oh, happy year of the rooster.
what?
It has officially become the year of the rooster.
Oh yeah. Happy year of the rooster, caca, caca. I don't really follow the Chinese calendar, and I don't really feel bad about it. Moving on from that, Disneyland Paris. They have updated a little bit about their 25th anniversary celebration on March 26th. There's a new Frozen themed parade float. No shock there. And a lot of blue and silver anniversary decorations are being planned. I'm really, really upset because Disneyland, yeah, I understand Disneyland getting Hyperspace Mountain, but Disneyland Paris getting Hyperspace Mountain? Really?
Hong Kong actually has a permanent.
Why can't Walt Disney World get it too? Makes no sense.
It's
I understand they have the single lined Space Mountain. It's so. Here's a concept for you. Maybe close down Space Mountain for a year. I'm sorry, Disney fans. Close it, renovate it, make it better, make it the 2-seater one, and call it a day. Because here's the thing. You need Hyperspace Mountain there. There's a lot of people that are like, oh, this looks super cool. Let's go to Disneyland Paris to go ride it. People are not going to Walt Disney World. And yes, that's good. They're going to Disneyland Paris to ride Hyperspace Mountain, or they're going to Hong Kong to ride Hyperspace Mountain. That's cool.
No, because Hong Kong's pretty poor.
That too. But if you think about it, you could put Ghost Galaxy in there too and have Ghost Galaxy on both coasts.
Allow me to rebuttal.
Yeah, go ahead.
You would, and even though I hate what they're doing, Star Wars has to stay at one location. So Hollywood Studios would have to be the place where you'd have to do it, and you'd have to retheme Rock and Roller Coaster.
They're
Now,
not.
I don't think you. There's a lot that can come about if they close Space Mountain and they do hyperspace there in negative light. Not positive, negative.
I'd be okay with it. I've talked to so many people that are like, yeah, we want Hyperspace Mountain. Please
There's
do
a
it.
difference, though. There's a difference, though, to when it's actually very good to use it or where it would make no sense.
Yeah, what they're doing is basically turning Tomorrowland into Star Wars Land and Disneyland. That's literally what they're doing. Because if you think about it, you have Hyperspace Mountain, you have Star Wars or Launch. Yeah, you have Launch Bay. Yeah, you have Finding Nemo, Submarine Voyage, and Autopia. But those are probably going away soon for something. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Probably something Marvel related. And then you got freaking
I would say this, and let me continue. You're not going to see Marvel at Disneyland. You're going to see a California Adventure. You're not going to see Star Tours stay after Star Wars Land opens. That's going to go because Star Wars Land has its own dedicated area. Now, Finding Nemo and Autopia, that's where things get tricky. You're dealing with a lot of infrastructure issues, and it wouldn't exactly pan out well. A lot of people would be mad, and I believe even some people have contested that Autopia should be considered as a national treasure, much like how the Matterhorn is in that pedigree, because of how iconic it is and how revolutionary it was. I don't think it's ever going to be gutted at Disneyland. And I know what people would say. And here's the thing. You don't screw with Disneyland. You would open up a can of worms hotter and larger than anything else, because you would be going against a lot of what the original Disneyland had to offer if you closed Autopia. And as for Finding Nemo, that's another issue. Finding Nemo is directly below Autopia, so you'd be screwed.
yeah.
You can't change it. And as much as I hate to admit it, now, could you close Finding Nemo and just not have it there? Have the lake? Perhaps. But that would probably not be likely. And as for Marvel, it's going the California Adventure. It has to. There has to be something over there. And it can't just be Cars. It can't just be Toy Story. And having Marvel over there would make sense.
Well, go ahead.
My ideal, if they could get rid of Autopia and if they could get rid of Finding Nemo, Fantasyland. Give a proper Fantasyland expansion, because it really is the original Magic Kingdom and deserves to have a lot more than what it typically has right now for Fantasyland. And I know that's a weird comment to make, but when you think about the history of the Walt Disney Company, fairy tales and princesses have always been a major factor. And I don't think they will ever skew away from that when it comes to wherever they replace Autopia and Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people would disagree with me. And I don't blame them. But I'm looking at a reality to where it would make no sense whatsoever that they would just do Marvel in two parks in a bad way.
Yeah.
And I know that's kind of a rant, but it's just, I don't see it ever happening. And I think Marvel's going to say it. California, I think princesses and Star Wars will stay at Disneyland. There will be no way in hell unless they do a third gate.
Yeah.
And as also, welcome on to the podcast for tonight's 50th episode. He is H10 Dog. How you, man?
Hey.
Hi, Will.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
I am sorry about that, Travis. Do you want to continue?
Here's my thing. I understand putting Marvel into DCA. You can give it four themed areas, which let me go to Disney's website real quick. Well, DCA map. I'll make it easier on myself.
You would be replacing the left side of Hollywoodland.
No.
That would include Monsters Inc., like the Soundset Showcase, and some of the sound stages over there.
No. That's not what I wanted to replace.
It's enough fertile land that would give more than enough for an Iron Man experience and a Captain America e-ticket attraction.
So basically how it's laid out is you have Paradise Pier. That's staying. They already renovated that. That's good. Cars Land. That's your second land. California, which will be Buena Vista Street, Condor Flats, where Soarin' is, Grizzly Peak. That's your California section. You add. I still think you should take out Soarin' around the world and put back Soarin' over California.
It should be Soarin' over California.
It really should.
You'd be like, I get why, and it makes sense why you do it, but it doesn't make sense when you think of it in other contexts.
But I don't like getting rid of Hollywoodland.
And here's the thing.
I don't like it because the Hyperion Theater's there.
Here's what I was going to say.
You have to have a theater.
You wouldn't exactly get rid of Hollywoodland. And as much as I know a lot of people are going to hate me for saying this, I don't expect Hollywoodland to get the proper changes it deserves to accommodate Marvel. I think that's been very clear with Guardians, and I don't think that's going to be the case for Marvel.
Maybe what could happen is you clear out that side that's next to Guardians, take out Bugs Land, and then take out. See, that won't work either.
And here's the thing. You're screwed either way, but you have to keep Marvel at Disney's California unless you're intending to do a third gate, which I highly doubt.
Yeah, they can't. They have no room.
Unless if they buy out the Garden Walk. But even then.
Yeah, no. Disneyland will never have a third gate. They'll only stick with two.
Maybe a water park, but I don't see a proper third gate.
Yeah. But Hollywoodland, I don't see them getting. Mike and Sully gets too long of wait times during peak hours, and Frozen just got a residency in the Hyperion. You're not going to get rid of Frozen anytime soon.
Here's what I was saying: you gut the left side, you make it theme enough to where it's still Los Angeles. So you're keeping the Hollywood aspect there, but you're not focusing it on Hollywood. Hollywood, in terms of like what its original concept was, is dead for this California.
Yeah.
And I don't think you'll ever see it come back to what it was. Same thing, I think, when it comes to Epcot's Future World. So what do you do with the Sunset Showcase? What do you do with Mike and Sully? What do you do with those sound stages over there? Well, okay, because you're getting rid of Star Tours, then relocate some of the ride systems and construct a brand new building, probably on the west side of the park, on that area, and you would do a form of an Iron Man experience with brand new ride film that would be exclusive to Disney's California. And you wouldn't market it as Marvel because you still have to keep the contract in bay. Because they're not doing that for Guardians. And then on the right side, where Mike and Sully, some of the backstage area, and some of the Esplanade, because that's getting deconstructed for the new pathway to the parking structure coming up, you would incorporate that into a much larger land, and you would do a main e-ticket attraction. Whether or not it be a coaster or not, it would be based on Captain America.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I've heard about that. My sage has heard about that. There have been multiple people that have heard Captain America was the IP they wanted to go for.
Like, I love Captain America. It's a great movie and all, but I don't know if it can sustain a roller coaster.
His franchise, the trilogy, has proved with the Winter Soldier and Civil War. There's a lot of people that love his character, especially when you look at how he's been handled as a much better character than even Tony Stark.
Yeah.
He's better liked, he's better received. He's an iconic character for the Marvel Cinematic Universe for multiple ways than one. Having him as a main focus for the land would make actual legitimate sense. And doing it in so for Disney's California to have a major e-ticket, it'd be different enough, and it wouldn't exactly be anything that would be problematic for that coast.
Yeah. I could see it.
And although I've heard some I've heard some things on some forums about Walt Disney World, I'm not even going to go into that right now because that's something else that we can talk about in a future episode.
Yeah. Like, this whole Marvel thing, Disney, I know they're trying to make money off of Marvel, but they should not have, like, I don't think they should have bought the Marvel rights.
I disagree with that for a particular reason. The Marvel Cinematic Universe has proved time and time again to be box office success, and especially when you look at the box office for the past 2 years. Avengers, while it wasn't exactly a good film, it was still enough of a film to get $1 billion. And it was still very profitable. And Ant-Man, it was a underdog hit of 2015. So it got nearly $1 billion. It didn't get that, but it got nearly that much. 2016. Captain America Civil War got over $1 billion and is praised for how well it was done. Doctor Strange, it was praised for not only the cinematography, the special effects, and it got a huge box office coming because of the 3D aspect, which actually was one of the best parts of the film. Disney and Marvel are playing safe. Now, the future of the Walt Disney Company, I'm not sure, but Marvel has been doing extremely well. And you can always thank Universal to that when it comes to the contract that was originally made, which is a brilliant market contract that was made in the early 90s that has basically redefined all theme park culture in multiple ways than one, and we've always discussed about that.
Yeah.
So having Marvel at Disney makes sense. It's a legitimate film IP, and it saved Disney from probably going into being a subsidiary.
Yeah.
And I think Disney's in a lot of trouble right now. Not because of Shanghai, not just because of Shanghai, but because of inflated budgets and other things.
Yeah.
So it's right now, I'm watching Disney very closely, and I'm thinking there's going to be some selling off of assets from the company in the next 3 years.
Hopefully not Kingdom Hearts. I'll be mad.
No, not that. Will, what do you think of Marvel and its chances of coming to Disney's California besides Guardians?
That's a hard thing because Marvel, there's Marvel Superhero Island at Islands of Adventure. And I just don't know. I mean, I just can't see Marvel at Disney because it fits perfectly at Universal. So, I mean,
For at least the East Coast.
yeah.
And I would agree, although I've heard some things that I'm not even going to talk about. Although what interests me the most, and I will say this, I'm very interested in what Disney offers and what Universal offers in the next 3 years if they ever do more Marvel.
Yeah.
because that's what I think is going to be the most important. We know we have the Anthony attraction that's replacing Buzz Lightyear at Hong Kong, and we know there's always been those patents and concepts coming out from Universal. So I'm very interested to see what the next few years come. That's all I have to say on Marvel and Disney.
All right, moving on. We have an opening date for Paddlefish. Paddlefish will be opening to guests. Wow. Next Saturday, February 4th. Thank goodness, because I'm actually really excited for that, and I was hoping it'd be open before October whenever I go down. But I'm definitely eating there. Definitely eating at Boathouse as well. Boathouse is super, super good. And Planet Hollywood open too, but we don't really want to talk about Planet Hollywood right now, do we?
Nope.
Thank you.
Personally, I have no opinions about Paddlefish.
Not a lot of people do, because not a lot of people are just talking about it.
What I think they should have done is
it's no Flavor Town.
Oh, we don't want to talk about Flavor Town, do we?
characters in flight look stupid as hell. That's my piece. They should have kept with the original hot air balloon, with the one they always had with, I think, with Peter Pan flying around.
Yeah, it's fine. It could be worse. It could be much worse.
It's basic. There's no characters on it. I mean, there's no character.
It can be themed to it can be themed to Up.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Disney doesn't believe in their Pixar properties anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't hear that from me. Beep beep.
So is there anything else?
Not for me. Now into our Universal portion of the night.
Yeah, because last week when we had the amazing guys from the Mouse Knows Best, which once again, please check them out. They are wonderful individuals.
I've been plugging them all week, and I've listened to all of their podcasts again while playing Kingdom Hearts.
There was some individual information that we did not talk about, and some new information that came up this week. So we're only going to be talking about 4 particular topics for tonight. And I'm going to actually ask you guys multiple questions about this because they're very interesting. So let's start off with the big one. Universal's Volcano Bay. It was officially announced from Universal Orlando Resort that Universal's Volcano Bay, their next new theme park, will be officially opening on May 25th, around the time of Memorial Day weekend. In light of this, Universal Orlando Resort will also be having a media rollout from May 22nd to May 25th. So, as always, when the time comes around, check on various social media platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, all those platforms, because it's going to get a lot crowded with some fun Volcano Bay information. Travis, I'm actually going to start with you. Are you excited that there's a final date for it?
Yes. I want to go to Volcano Bay in October. I don't care how cold it is. I don't care how hot it is. I just want to go to Volcano Bay.
And what interests me the most is definitely just because it was supposed to be opening on June 1st. Well, it got pushed forward. So I'm kind of interested to see how the hell the Mad Dash goes now.
Yeah.
Will, are you excited with the date finally being set?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of
it? It's gonna be real interesting because I asked a lot of people in a Facebook group I'm in, and they said that they are glad that Wet and Wild is now closing, and now they're happy that they are finally seeing a brand new water park come into the fray. But now I'm hearing that this is not Universal's official third gate.
Okay. And this was actually kind of a debate on Twitter a little bit earlier in the week. And I think I've come to like a decision on what I think of what you can really classify. And consider, I'm going with the UK rule. And as much as I know a lot of people don't like that rule, it makes the most sense. And that in a real way, you have to look at what exactly they classify as theme parks. Because they're going for international, they're going for those types of crowds. That Disney classifies both of their water parks as theme parks. And to me, and I know it's a weird thing to say, I do believe that there is some legit saying that you could imply that Volcano Bay is a theme park. It's highly themed, it's highly immersive, but there will be the elements that break reality.
Yeah.
Travis, what do you think of it? Because we've always talked about it for a while, and touching back on it from our past episodes, it's kind of been an interesting topic.
I'm very excited for Volcano Bay. Like, if you know me, I'm not a huge water park fan at all. I really don't like water parks. I actually despise them. I don't know what it is. I just don't like water parks. But I'm very excited. Very, very, very excited for this one. I think it's going to be revolutionary, and I think it's going to be great for Orlando.
There was like an article earlier in the week where it was very incorrect, and a lot of people were saying that, like that source was saying, was that it's going to fail.
It
Because-
could.
No, I don't
It
think
could.
And here's the thing, I don't think it's going to fail. I think Universal's learning mistakes, and they're making sure that they don't follow the same shit that Disney did.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. Volcano Bay. This, I believe, with the way that they're describing how with the LED lights in the pool and the volcano will erupt, I do believe that Volcano Bay will be the start of a new way how people look at water parks. Because if you remember back before Volcano Bay was even a thought, water parks were just like plain. They didn't have much theming. But with Volcano Bay, it has theming. It's going to be innovative. The eruption of the volcano. This water park is going to be a brand new, innovative way people are going to look at water parks. And Universal Creative or whoever's behind it, they will make sure that this is definitely a immersive, innovative water park.
Strangely enough, I actually want to touch on this for example. Yas Waterworld. Now, way before this was confirmed, I looked at this and I was impressed. This didn't look like a water park. This looked like something unique, and it looked like something that was never done. The mixture of the water park and theme park elements was handled extremely well for over there, and such a small amount of space. I'm excited to see what they have, and I'm very interested to see how Universal handles the approach of a water park on size and scale larger than that. Would that be a wise thing to say?
Mm-hmm.
Now, going into another topic within Volcano Bay, there were some actual leaks going on about the operating hours for June of 2017 that were leaked, but they were taken down. From what it technically seems, Volcano Bay will be opening at 10 a.m., and this is not knowing if there will be early access, which there probably will, and the closing times will be ranging from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock within the month of June. This is later than even what Disney's doing for their water parks, and this is actually kind of a big thing to wonder. I'm going to start with Will. What do you think this implies?
With what the hours and being the same times as late opening as late as Disney.
Yeah, for like a normal theme park.
I think that Universal is definitely wanting to up up the ante and try to be what I say be better than Disney parks and the water parks, the Disney water parks in Florida. So yeah, so I definitely think they're trying to up what's the word, up, maybe let's just say be better than Disney, and like try to compete with Disney and see if see if they can get more crowds, attracting more people in the Florida, Orlando, and Kissimmee, in all parts of Florida.
Travis?
Yeah. That's all I have.
Honestly,
that's all I have to say about that.
I'm really happy about the operating hours going that late. And here's my reason why. That sucker is going to be a magnet at night.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not just talking a normal magnet of what we see for Disney parks and Universal. This is something else.
And the
Like
best thing
that-
is that, and the best thing, Alex, you can see this thing from the highway. People are going to drive down I-4 in Orlando, and they're going to look at that volcano and be like,
Holy
"Dang,
shit.
I want to go to that. I want to go to that place."
Like, hey kids, we're gonna take a little detour from Disney just for a day. Yeah, we're just gonna try that for. Like, I think this implies some great potential with Tapu Tapu and all that, and I'm very excited to see what they can do.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else for looking at before we go to our next one?
Nope.
Nope.
All right then. Our next topic is
Whoa,
for the race through.
Alex, your microphone just went to poop so fast.
Wait, how bad?
Pretty
It's
bad.
like you're like yeah. You
Okay,
kind of
is it
sound
better
like
or is it worse?
It's worse. I would just.
It's
I
kind of
would
like static.
leave and come back.
Actually, let me change my mic.
Okay.
Please, Mr. Alien, don't take my brain.
I apologize. Wait, is
It's
it better or worse
still
now?
going.
Shit.
Try leaving and coming back.
We apologize for the inconvenience.
Yeah,
folks.
technical difficulties. Do.
Da, 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 da,
So I've is your Six Flags Over Georgia news what I think it is? The
you
bet
tell
with-
me what.
The bet with New England.
Oh, no, not that.
Okay, then what's your Six Flags Over Georgia news?
So I brought it up in one of the shows before that. Six Flags Over Georgia is building Justice League Battle for Metropolis,
Yes.
and the park's celebrating its 50th year, and Cotton. One of the sections is called Cotton States Exhibition, which has been with the park since 1967, and they are retheming that whole section from Cotton States to be a Metropolis section to fit Superman Ultimate Flight and Justice League Battle for Metropolis. They're retheming the whole area.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah, I
All
know.
that
Cotton
history.
States was. Yeah, it's that one section's been with the park since 1967, and now they're changing it to be Metropolis.
Yeah, I hate.
Okay.
I kind of hate Justice League. Oh, well, I guess it's just me now. So Kingdom Hearts 2.8 is an amazing video game. If you haven't played it yet, go ahead and play it. It's just phenomenal. The graphics are amazing. I kind of want everyone to come back now. This is a great 50th episode. Just an amazing 50th episode. I don't know what's going on at all. Both guys are muted.
I'm back.
Oh, Will's back. Thank goodness.
My parents, they won't leave me alone.
That's okay.
But yeah, that really does suck. Because just imagine 50 years that one section's been with the park, and now they're just changing it.
Yeah.
And then there was a rumor that they were going to take down what was it? What did I hear? Oh, that they were going to turn the Georgia Cyclone into a steel wooden coaster for the 2018 season.
That's cool.
Because I've ridden the Cyclone and I have felt paralyzed from the waist up every time I've gotten off that ride.
Is Alex back yet?
I don't know.
Nope. I don't think he is. I wish he was, though, so we can finish.
Let's see. Travis, with your permission, on the 50th episode, may I review Split?
No.
Okay.
No, because I would have already done La La Land, dude. Hello?
Just trying to kill time.
No, I've just been talking about Kingdom Hearts 2.8 because it's an amazing video game. If anyone hasn't played it, go play it. Oh, I've said that like 5 times already. But I don't care. It's an amazing video game.
Remember Rumble.
That's Sunday, sir. We don't. No cross promotion, please.
Okay. Yeah, we don't support another you know who on this episode. You know exactly who I'm talking about.
Oh my gosh. Where did Alex go? You know, I'm just going to go forward with what we have. Which I don't know. I don't have really anything. This is going to be funny.
Whoa.
So, Universal News.
Oh, dang, man.
What?
John Hurt died.
Yep, I know.
Oh, my God, no. 2017, kiss my ass. John Hurt, man.
I'm trying to find this.
Alex says, hold the hell up.
Well,
oh God, I'm heartbroken.
I don't really have anything from Universal. I hate clickbait articles. Like, it says this article says Universal actually that was from November of 2016. LOL. Never mind, we good.
Alex says send the call again.
Send the call.
He said it in chat.
Okay, Alex, you're in the call, but KK.
We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, folks.
The one person that's watching.
Jeremy, if he's still with us. Jeremy, give us a sign you're with us, buddy. Buddy. Gratata. Gratata.
And there he went.
Travis, what should we talk about?
We can talk about how I have no clue. I just want to play Kingdom Hearts right now. And
Okay.
I love that the 50th episode had to come when Kingdom Hearts 2.8 came out. Just had to.
Mm-hmm.
It only makes sense. So, yeah, my luck.
So let's see.
And he went on mute too. That's cool. Gotta love when people you bring in to do podcasts all go on mute and you're by yourself. Great. So, how's everyone's day going? Mine's going fantastic. Alex is back.
Is it working?
Yes, let's go.
Is it better or worse? Is it better or worse? I just have to fucking know.
Better.
Okay, then please let me talk because I'm trying to do this, trying to fix my own tech.
Go ahead.
Okay, now, please, sorry for the interruption. It's my mics. I hate them, and I hate them very much. Okay, so now with Universal's Campy announcing its opening date, Race Through New York, starring Jimmy Fallon, has also been officially given an opening date. It'll be opening on April 6th, with not only that taking place on there, but from April 3rd to April 6th, the NBC Universal Comcast Group will be taking down The Tonight Show to Universal Orlando Resort. No tickets are available yet, but there is still a sweepstakes right now where you can potentially win a trip to Universal Orlando. Travis, what do you think of Fallon opening?
I think it's amazing. I'm excited. I cannot wait to ride it in October. I'm gonna buy that panda suit and I'm gonna wear it everywhere because hashtag the panda is yeah.
So night up?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm very hopeful for this project and I'm excited to see what happens. And our final topic for tonight, because Will had to leave because it's personal terms.
It's okay.
But before we could do that, please do support him on Twitter at HNDog. And as well, please do check him out on another episode of the podcast. But our final topic for tonight, we are going to be talking about, and please keep your guard up because this is very high speculation, rumor territory. But there was a leak of a survey earlier today on the recording of this podcast. And Alicia Stella, a photographer and journalist, well, just a photographer and filmmaker, actually posted a new thing talking about the survey itself. And it's a very interesting survey, mind you. The survey itself mainly talked about Universal City Walk and brand new changes that can come along its way.
Thank God.
And some of these changes are rather big, some that are stuff that are already on the resort property. And to go with some of the stuff that's already there, I'm going to only give a few examples because there's a lot that you can dissect. And once again, please keep in mind, this is not confidential. We highly take regard to that, and this is not confidential at all, and it's weird that it's not. The options range from laser tag, Dave and Buster's, mystery dinner theaters, trampoline parks, and track museums, a comedy club. But the big ones are actually stage productions like a Cirque du Soleil show, a Vegas Magic show. But the big ones right now are based off of IPs that Universal actually use on Broadway or they use for arena experiences, such as for an arena experience, How to Train Your Dragon. But then there's also musicals like Shrek and Wicked, and there's also live concerts. Now, in terms of dining, the only ones that are somewhat new is the German Beer Hall, which hasn't been on property, and a Saturday Night Live themed lounge.
I'd be okay with that.
And then there's also a lot of merchandise that they're trying to do. It seems very high profile. And I'm going to start with talking about this because don't get why this was not confidential in the first place. This has a lot of information that should be confidential, and I was very hesitant to talk about here for many reasons that you probably know. And
Maybe they're just probably like, hey, this is
testing the
going to
waters.
get out anyway. Let's just do this.
I think it's a testing of the waters, seeing how guests, like how people react to the possibilities.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is that I have a feeling that a lot of this is coming for the iDrive property.
Oh yeah. Maybe the Dave and Bus, probably the Dave and Buster's.
Well,
I
there's
would
already
s-
Dave and Buster's there in Orlando, so I would doubt it. Maybe something similar.
Maybe if I were
Maybe
to
like
if
an
I were
original
to
take.
say anything, I would say they're not doing a City Walk 2.0 right now. I say they're going to try and revitalize City Walk 1.0.
They've already done that though throughout the past 3.5 years. I think this is for the new property. I do think this is a lot of this is stuff that you see for over there. And I think they're going to go to a Disney Springs type market, like a very boutique type market.
Yeah.
Because a lot of this is stuff that you can probably see for like some of those type of places.
Yeah.
But what makes me most interested is the entertainment options,
Yeah.
particularly the stage shows. Could they do those shows or could they do others? Because Universal does own other Broadway shows.
Well, if you think about it, Disney World doesn't have what Disneyland has, and that is the theater showing an actual musical. Well, they kind of do with Beauty and the Beast, but that's been there for ages.
I was actually going to refer to the Shanghai.
Oh, with like Lion King?
Yeah. I think that's like the first true time outside of the like for entertainment complex for a Disney park that they've done that.
Yeah.
At least on that type of a show.
Yeah.
I think if Universal was wise, they would make it into a Broadway theater, like a proper full-on Broadway theater with the latest high-end. And that all this stuff, like they can update the shows, they can move in, out shows for periods of time. So it's not like that they're the same show.
Yeah.
Plus, it would also give the chance for them to do revivals, not on Broadway, but at a place that's accommodating for a lot of potential. And plus, you'd also have the possibility for concerts too.
Yeah. I would be okay with what was it? With Wicked.
I think there's an issue with that though, from what
I think there is too.
And it's more or less just on somewhat of a different take, but I do think that maybe not Wicked, but perhaps Shrek.
Shrek would be a good one.
And it was a good Broadway show for what it was, even though it had its problems. It was a good show.
I liked it. I thoroughly enjoyed Shrek. I didn't see it live, but I loved the music. Like, oh my goodness.
And I think it would actually be more cheaper because you're also taking care of your own IP,
Uh-huh.
which would be an interesting idea.
All I want to see out of this is that freaking SNL lounge.
You know what really excites me though?
What?
With all of what Comcast has been earning and all of what we've been hearing of rumors for what they want to do, there's a lot to be excited for fans of Orlando, especially Orlando.
I know.
And I think the survey proves they really want to go after Disney. They really do.
Yeah.
And
I think they're done being trampled on.
And they kind of like started to grow out of that ever since Potter and Hogsmeade. So
Yeah.
I think now with Comcast's heavy expansionist mindset, it would make legit sense that they would go for getting their Orlando park be the shining jewel above anything else, and that would be being the crap out of Disney and then some.
Yeah.
Oh, that also depends on another thing that we'll talk about later. Who gets the 2024 Olympics, LA or another place in particular?
Orlando will not get the Olympics.
No, I mean LA.
No, Orlando won't. You said someplace in particular.
No, I'm not talking Orlando. I'm talking another place outside of our country.
Oh.
But I'm very interested if LA gets it. I think you're going to see a lot do it and things somewhat slow down for Orlando, but not by much.
Yeah. Nintendo will be there.
No matter what, Nintendo's going to be there. It's already been announced.
Yeah, but it's going to be there sooner if they do the Olympics.
Well, it'll be there probably by 2021 at the earliest because they still have to take care of a lot of things. What I'd be interested in is if they bring more Potter because of it.
Oh, wow. That park would hit capacity so fast. Not even funny.
Or if they do something else, and I'm not going to talk about it much, but I highly recommend you read J Bangs.
What's that?
It's a really good book.
Okay.
And it's about how Universal created the modern theme park game, and they're being Disney right now. Back then,
Yeah.
I highly recommend reading it. But there's one particular thing in that I think would be very interesting to talk about, and I know some other individuals did too.
What's that?
Number dos.
What do you mean by that?
And I'll just leave it to the audience.
Okay.
I'll be sadistic for once.
Okay.
But yeah, what do you think of Universal's future?
Orlando's looks really good. Hollywood's looks good in a sense. They need a lot more space.
And Japan's been kicking ass and calling names.
Yeah.
Although poor defenseless Singapore. How we pity you.
They'll get better eventually.
I think it's stuck the way it is, and I'm sad to see it like that. Is there anything else for tonight?
I don't have anything.
All right then.
Where can we find you on social media?
You can find me at Alex Show Prud. That is no space on Twitter, Alex Show Prud. And you can also find me here on YouTube at Alex Show Productions. After I'm going to be posting an update video very soon, so I do hope everyone comes to my channel because we'll be talking a little bit more about podcasts and content coming into the near future.
Yeah.
And Travis?
As I attempt to try and start Final Fantasy 15, which that's probably not going to happen. I don't know why it's not allowing me to press new game, but I'm going to figure this out. You can find me on Twitter at Travis Coaster. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at TheCoasterCasters. Or the TheCoasterCasters podcast on Facebook, and then Travis Coaster on Facebook. It's basically Travis Coaster on any form of social media, and then the TheCoasterCasters podcast on everything but Twitter because it's at TheCoasterCasters. Be sure to check out my Kingdom Hearts videos, which will start next week. I still have to record some of them, and I still have to edit some of them. I was going to attempt to do a Final Fantasy live stream tonight, but I don't think that's going to happen because it's not downloading. That's really depressing. Oh well. I'm gonna put the PS4 in rest mode for a second. And I should be doing I should be posting a Royal Rumble predictions video tomorrow. Actually, now that I think about it, I might do that as the stream tonight on Twitch. I was going to do Kingdom Hearts. I might still switch over to Kingdom Hearts, but I might do Royal Rumble because I need to record that and put that up on YouTube. And then Sunday is going to be the Royal Rumble podcast with Keenan and probably Will and a couple other people, which will do live reactions of the Royal Rumble. So the Royal Rumble match, and it's going to be fun. I've been so excited for this. I made an event on YouTube. Not on YouTube, on Facebook. I never make events on anything. And then Skyrim will post on Monday. I have my friend playing Kingdom Hearts 2.8, actually 0.2, Birth by Sleep, A Fragmentary Passage on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, something might be coming out. I have no clue. And then Thursday will be my first Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance video. And then Friday we'll be back here for episode 51. Yay. And then that next Saturday, I will start my WWE career, where I will end up being the NXT champion probably by episode 4. Hopefully, probably not. But thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below. And we will see you all next week.
And I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend as well.
Yep. See y'all later.